It's a massive high-risk fight, and it's the biggest fight in British boxing. Yes, Joshua wants greatness, but it's also a business. I wouldn't expect you to take a job that was much harder and much more risk for a similar kind of money. You would just keep working on the easy stuff. This is a massive job, the biggest job out there. But what's the money? It's just a bit more than you're on at the moment. Wilder is not worth 60-40, nowhere near. I'm sorry, but that's the reality. Maybe Josh will pay over time, but I don't think he should. This is the biggest fight of his career, and maybe the biggest fight of his career forever. So you can see, Eddie Hearn has said that his fighter, Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder, is the biggest fight in his career, or possibly the biggest fight in his career. I don't know how true that is, because we don't know how big the Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury fight will be. Because a lot of UK boxing fans always tell me that the biggest fight to be made in the UK, the biggest fight to be made in heavyweight, period, is Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. That's what a lot of my subscribers be telling me all the time. No, it's not Deontay Wilder, it's Tyson Fury. So we have to see how big that that fight generates and how much excitement that fight happens. One thing I will tell you though is this will definitely be Deontay Wilder's biggest fight. Deontay Wilder will never have a fight that generates this much money for him and this much media for him in his entire career. This will be Deontay Wilder's biggest fight. This will be his biggest payday. This and the rematch, especially if he wins, because this fight he's going to be getting paid the most money he's ever made, and he's going to be getting the most attention he's ever gotten in his career, and especially if he goes to the UK and everything. And then the rematch, he's going to be, if he wins, he's going to be getting paid even more money. So this is going to be the most money he's going to be making his entire career. Definitely, I think financially, and definitely when it comes to like publicity and media coverage and the amount of attention that he will be receiving, I definitely think it's gonna be Deontay Wilder's biggest fight. And especially if he loses, because let's say if he wins, maybe down the line, let's say he keeps fighting for another 2-3 years, maybe another fighter in the heavyweight division even becomes more bigger than Anthony Joshua. Maybe Tyson Fury in the next 2 years makes a lot of noise and people start talking more about him than AJ. Then he could possibly make a lot of money there. But like say he loses to AJ, then fans are gonna lose a lot of interest in him. I guess depending on the way he lost too. If he gets blown out, they're definitely gonna lose interest in him. They're gonna be calling him hype job and stuff. But then yeah, he won't be able to get these massive paydays, and this will probably be his last opportunity to get a big fight. But like I said, so this is definitely, in my opinion, Deontay Wilder's biggest payday and biggest fight where he will get the most attention. When it comes to AJ, we have to, like you UK subscribers keep telling me that him versus Tyson Fury will be bigger than Wilder. Because Fury, I guess he's from the UK, right? And Fury was the former unified heavy champion at heavyweight. And supposedly, everyone keeps saying, or he keeps saying that he is, or even his fans, because a bunch of times I've been seeing Fury fans saying, you're the real heavyweight champion. No, he was the real heavyweight champion 3 years ago. He's been inactive. That's like if Vladimir, that's like you keep telling, that's like if I was going around saying Lennox Lewis is the real heavyweight champion, even though he's been retired for 15 years. It doesn't make sense. Tyson Fury was heavyweight champion, but he hasn't held those titles in almost 3 years. So the only way he'll be the real heavyweight champion is if he beat Anthony Joshua. Then I'll start claiming he's the real. I ain't gonna start claiming he's the real champion when he's been inactive for 3 years. But you got these boxing fans that are Fury nut huggers and claim that he would school Joshua. We don't even know what condition, we don't know where he's at right now in his career. Tyson Fury has been inactive for 3 years. We got to see who he's going to be fighting. Somebody. I don't know if it's Kevin Johnson. I don't know who's going to be fighting, but he's going to be fighting someone. Let's see how good he looks in that fight. He might look like shit. You might see him in there and you think to yourself, because we know how boxing fans are. We might see Tyson Fury in there and he might look like shit, and then everybody's going to be saying that guy ain't going to beat Anthony Joshua. That guy will get destroyed in 2 rounds, especially if he struggles with the guy. If you see Tyson Fury struggling with his first comeback opponent, he's going to be getting crucified. There's going to be a bunch of Joshua fanboys saying this guy wouldn't last 2 rounds with Joshua. Even if he came back and he looked the same and he schooled his opponent, there's going to be Joshua fanboys saying that this guy has no chance against Joshua because, they look at him as some, a fighter that is some immortal god that's above everybody. But that's how fanboys are. They don't see the flaws. Anyway, guys, do you guys think this is Deontay Wilder's biggest fight? Do you guys think this is Anthony Joshua's biggest fight in his career? I think in terms of media coverage, it is, because the fans are really interested in watching this fight. They want to see this fight. Everybody wants to see this fight. You go to Twitter, everybody wants to see Wilder versus AJ. This is a big deal fight for people, especially for the fanboys, because you got a bunch of fanboys saying, high on Wilder, a bunch of fanboys high on Joshua. Both Joshua and Wilder both have fanboys, both have nut huggers that claim that their fighters are immortal. Yeah, believe it or not, there's Wilder fanboys out there that think Deontay Wilder is, unbeatable, which is ridiculous. But, and the same thing goes for Joshua, by the way. There's a bunch of fanboys that think he's unbeatable, which is also ridiculous. But that's how it is. So it's just this thing where whoever loses, the fanboys are going to be coming on here saying, I told you. It's, there's a lot of people, a lot of channels out there that are really high on Wilder. Trust me, if he beats Anthony Joshua, they're going to be coming on here making videos, making fun of Joshua. Same thing goes for Joshua, by the way. A lot of fans here, a lot of channels out here high on Joshua. If he ends up, winning, they're going to be trashing Wilder. I guess it depends how the fight turns out. If he just blasts Wilder out, oh man, they're going to be really trashing Wilder. But if the fight's competitive, I think they'll give him more respect. But still, they'll probably make fun of him. But anyway, guys, Eddie Hearn thinks this is the biggest fight in Deontay and AJ's career. Let me know if you guys agree. And as always, if you watch the video from start to finish, much appreciated, guys. And yeah, guys, I'm going to be trying to make as much videos as I can today, because I haven't been really making videos as often as I typically do. Anyway, guys, subscribe. I'm out. Thanks for watching.